The beer bash soon turned into a Spinaroonie session.
Of
Booker T
course.
obviously got it started.
I bet you RVD
but Rob
could
Van
do
Dam
good.
soon joined in.
Oh.
And not one, but two cameramen.
Never mind. I spoke too soon. I said RVD. I thought he could do it. He's athletic, man, but
Gave it a shot too.
not with that,
I actually
apparently.
think the
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the greatest city in the world, Wrestling City. As always, I'm Ryler, and today I'm going to be reacting to a video from Tap Out Corner, and it is titled Funny Off-Air WWE Moments. So, as we all know, whenever the show gets off air for the Raw, SmackDowns, and any sort of live events, when there's not the cameras recording them to broadcast, live, that's when they get to be themselves. That's when a little bit of their real life personality comes out, or they get to do pranks to try and get the other people to break or, show their actual personality. So I think this compilation will have some hopefully pretty funny moments, and hopefully we get to see them in these less serious instances that show a little bit of a deeper side of their real life personality. I will put the original video in the description, so if you want to check that out, just click below and give that a look. And yeah, let me go ahead and get this started.
This is for real now. This is a shoot, honest to God now.
Some of the funniest WWE moments happen when the show is off the air and the cameras are turned off. Like when half the roster tried to get The Undertaker to do a Spinaroonie. After competing in a tag team match, Booker T, Goldust, and The Undertaker found themselves in the ring. Taker asked Booker to do a Spinaroonie, which the 5-time WCW champion did no problem. However,
no.
Booker then turned the tables and asked the dead man to perform a Taker-Rooney. When the dead man didn't agree, almost the entire locker room came out to try and get the Phenom to do the move. The pressure got so intense that it forced Undertaker to break character.
Did he do
You put them up to that, Vince. And when I get back there, I better not see you. Because I'm looking for you.
While Undertaker never gave in, The Rock, Triple H, Goldust, and even Vince McMahon all tried to perform the Spinaroonie.
Oh, Vince, what are you doing, bro? So that was kind of one of their biggest things, if I'm not mistaken, throughout this time period, was trying to get Undertaker to break character, not be the dead man or the super serious American badass type gimmick. So they kept on doing stuff like this, and seeing Vince McMahon do that Spinaroonie, what are you doing, bro? Crazy stuff.
You are officially the whitest man on the planet.
The segment
For
even
real.
led to an unintentionally funny moment where The Undertaker punched the air. Oh, my bad.
What
He
was
actually hit John
that?
Cena. This referee has been hitting the weights. After SmackDown, a WWE ref carried Nia Jax entirely on his own. The irresistible force found its resistance. In the winter of 2005, Triple H found himself tagging with Ric Flair to take on Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton. However, there was actually a third opponent the game had to face off with. A little kid with green hair.
No.
I'm assuming it was the Hurricane son. The young fan was no pushover, and he forced the Can Canes to back down. Shawn Michaels was so impressed, he ended up giving Hurricane Jr. a ride around the ring. I'm not sure if the kid had anything to do with it, but there was another funny moment later in the match. Triple H got on the middle rope, but ate a boot to the chin on the way down.
And then he just sits
Orton
there,
must have really nailed the game, because Triple H was
like
completely out of
2
it.
minutes.
This is gonna be a while. Let's check back in later. It's not uncommon.
Literally, he did that. So that moment when he was on there and he was just sitting like that, he was there for at least like a minute or so, and it's just sitting there. He's just leaning back. He's doing like that Ric Flair thing where he looks like he's okay, and at the very end he falls. But Shawn Michaels in that corner, he is like blowing the wind. He's like what is he doing? I wish we could see that more on air. That was a really funny moment.
A while, let's check back in later. It's not uncommon to see a wrestler run in from the back to make the save, but you've probably never seen it done like this. During a show in New York, Gunther was defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Damian Priest. Despite being inside a steel cage, Dominic Mysterio and Ludwig Kaiser still managed to get involved and unfortunately cost Damian the match. Luckily, CM Punk came out at the last moment to save Priest from any further attacks. However, the strange superstar was wearing a white towel and shower cap.
I would have been here a lot sooner, but I was in the shower. I apologize.
I wonder why they made him do that. I mean, I get it, just, it's a live show, so it doesn't really matter. But this happened just a few weeks ago, and I was wondering, like, is this really going on? Bro, I wish I could go to more of these live events.
Punk and Damian took care of business, but what I'm most impressed by is the fact that CM Punk's towel didn't fall. Dude knows how to tie a knot.
They had to have some sort of, like, place hanger thing for it to keep it up.
The June 12, 2000 edition of Raw ended with The Rock and the Brothers of Destruction laying out Triple H. However, the beating wasn't over. After the show went off the air, Triple H tried to make peace with Undertaker, Kane, Rock, and the fans.
Sorry to this jack-off that thinks because he's got his hat on backwards like me, he's cool. I'm sorry to his girlfriend because she's got no boobs.
It seemed like Triple H's apology worked as The Rock shook the King's hand, but then...
But number 3, The Rock, Kane, especially The Undertaker, we all agree that you're also an asshole.
Rock bottom. What else do you expect, bro?
However, that wasn't the best part. Kane then became the most electrifying demon in sports entertainment and gave Triple H a people's elbow. However, even that wasn't the best part. The best part was seeing Undertaker eating a snack as all this was happening. Even the dead man gets hungry. Before social...
Eating a snack, did you just say? Isn't that... That's chewing tobacco. What does he mean, a snack? Okay, I mean, I guess that's his snack, dead man snacks. Dip. Remember when Tommy Dreamer, hopefully it's a little while before I have to see that video again, but when Tommy Dreamer ate that man's chewing, like his dip cup.
You're eating a snack as all this was happening. Even the dead man gets hungry. Before social media, you had to get on a national TV show to share your Rotten Tomatoes review.
But there's a sign over here that gets me angry. It says a Scorpion King movie sucks.
If Stone Cold Steve Austin asks you a question, this is the only acceptable response.
What you do, Joe? What? I said, what you do?
Yep, classic.
After getting a whooping, the Big Show slowly got to his feet, only to immediately fall down. The referees tried to move the Giant, but the world's largest athlete wasn't budging. Seeing that he had the opportunity of a lifetime, one of the referees went for a cover on the Big Show.
Oh, he kicked out, too. He wasn't going to let him get that.
Well, at least he got Big Show up. Cute.
Bro. I see what you did there, man. He's still... Are they going to just do that throughout the entire video?
It's not
That's
a word
funny.
you usually hear in wrestling, but that's the best way to describe this moment. After the show, The Rock found a young kid in the crowd and wanted to do his catchphrase with them. Here's how it went.
If you smell what The Rock... Here we go.
It smells.
That was great, but what the kid did next made him a legend.
It's cooking.
That eyebrow, man.
We all know that The Undertaker takes the souls of his opponents, but sometimes his opponents take his soul. During a tag team match, the dead man was so eager to take
what was
in
he
that
doing?
he got possessed by Hulk Hogan, who
Watch
poured water
this,
on
man.
himself
I've seen
and started
this.
running wild. And once he finally got the hot tag,
He was amped.
at a non-televised WWE show in Buffalo, New York, Triple H, Stone Cold, and The Rock teamed up to take on Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, and Rikishi. It was a pretty standard match, until there was a 4-way test of strength, which then turned into a 5-way, and then a 6-way. Triple H, Stone Cold, and The Rock ended up winning, but it was the fans who truly won.
Sometimes I think with wrestling, it's so weird how the time works because... Like, this, at this point, was like, I mean, I'm assuming this, like, tie-up, between all of these. I did see this a little while ago. That the whole, what am I trying to say? The curtain call, like when Triple H and Shawn Michaels and Kevin Nash and Kevin Nash, Razor Ramon, they all held up each other's hands. That was like, what, 1996, I want to say? So that was like probably 4 years before this happened. Just think about that relatively now, like 2021. That was 4 years ago from now. How recent that is. And they went from that, where they couldn't show any of that, like raise each other's hands, to doing this, where it's like all the complete jokes, obviously they're all just tying each other up, complete, it's just crazy how quickly stuff evolves like that, man.
Which then turned into a 5-way, and then a 6-way. Triple H, Stone Cold, and The Rock ended up winning, but it was the fans who truly won. After Raw had gone off the air, the all-star team of Batista, John Cena, and Hulk Hogan were celebrating in the ring. They decided to let one lucky fan in the ring, and while he might not look like much, you have to see what's under his shirt. The fan took off his attire to reveal a full back tattoo of the Hulkster. That's dedication.
No, bro. Just no. I wonder if he's a huge Hogan fan now. Good for him though, bro. He got shown on TV this nice funny moment, man. That's
at least
crazy,
Hulk Hogan can
though.
sleep knowing there's at least one fan who will never boo him.
Yeah. Get right back to it, man.
This is the most casual way someone has ever been thrown out of the ring.
Who is that? Sean Stasiak?
Unfortunately, though, the embarrassment didn't end there for Sean Stasiak.
Do you like pie? Absolutely not. I hate pie. Rock knows you like that, strudel.
Bro.
In fact, from time to time, I like a little strudel, sure.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a new millennium. It's accepted.
If you don't like Hulk Hogan, you'll enjoy watching this next clip. One of the biggest dream matches we never got to see was Hulk Hogan versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. While we didn't get that, we did get this. After Raw went off the air, the NWO came out to attack Stone Cold.
Yes.
Hulk Hogan thankfully made the rescue, and the two legends cleaned house. Hogan and Austin had a bit of a stare down, and then went on to have a huge beer party. The Texas Rattlesnake gave out cold ones to everyone, including the cameraman. But the best part was seeing Austin give Hogan the stunner.
I mean, I don't know what to say, man. That was like the Vince McMahon stunner we got to see a few years ago. Top 5 worst stunner cells. But this is the only time that Hogan has been hit with the stunner. And I'm surprised it was even this one time, because that doesn't work for me, brother. So, enjoy what we got to see, I guess.
You can sum up the Attitude Era with this one clip.
There's a dude here holding his little son, and he's telling his son to flip the Rock off.
After a May 1999 episode of Raw went off the air, Stone Cold got ambushed by Triple H. The Texas Rattlesnake got the better of the game. However, Triple H was so out of it that when Austin offered him a beer, Triple H accepted it. Austin, of course, wasn't doing this out of the goodness of his heart. Stone Cold gave Triple H a Stone Cold Stunner, but hilariously, that didn't knock the King of Kings down. Austin then responded with a second stunner, which did get the job done. During another off-the-air moment, Triple H became a human piñata when a circle of wrestlers formed around him, and they each took turns taking shots at the King of Kings. That's what you get for the Reign of Terror. What made it even better was afterward, everyone got in and started dancing to Too Cool's entrance music.
Oh man, big show.
Although Grandmaster Sexay didn't have as much fun. Speaking of Triple H, is he done selling that boot?
Yep, now he's done.
Finally. In a before they were famous moment, Charlotte, North Carolina was hosting the January 23rd, 2006 episode of Raw. After the show, John Cena and Ric Flair were in the ring, with Cena giving Flair his flowers. Afterward, Flair went over to his family and gave a hug to his daughter, Charlotte.
Wow, man. Crazy how things evolve. That is the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner right there. And she's just casually just in the crowd, just crazy how things change, man.
Be fans at the time, less than 10 years later, the Queen would make her main roster debut. Speaking of heartwarming moments, after one show, The Rock told the cameraman to take his shirt off. I promise this isn't weird. After getting the shirt, the Great One gifted it to a young fan in a wheelchair. No joke here, that's just cool to see. In 2013, Raw ended with The Big Show ruining Randy Orton and the Authority's championship celebration. After the broadcast, Triple H was irate and let the fans have it.
Get out of my building! Get out!
When the crowd did listen, Triple H had a creative idea for getting the fans to leave.
As of this moment, Seth and I, we are hiring all of you. You all have jobs with the WWE. Okay? Now, you're fired! Get the hell out of my building!
On the February 24th, 2003 episode of Raw, a 20-man battle royal was set up to determine who would face Triple H for the world title at WrestleMania. Booker T won in an upset by last eliminating The Rock. But once they were off the air, Rock and Booker had a bit of an exchange. The Rock borrowed the Spinneroonie, while Booker borrowed the
he hit it
People's
pretty
Elbow.
good, man. It's a shame. Oh, wow. Look at that, what I got that paused on. It's a shame what that all led to at WrestleMania 19. But, man, Booker T, he was the man during this time. And Rock hit a great Spinneroonie as well.
Stuff like this makes you wonder why these moments don't air on TV. But then you hear what The Rock said to the Asian photographers.
They're from Japan, for real. So take pictures of this. Rock gonna do Rock-a-rooney kicky-assy. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
After
that would
being done
not
with the
fly.
show, Stone Cold
No.
was hosting one of his signature beer bashes with Rob Van Dam and Booker T. Unfortunately, Booker and Van Dam had trouble keeping up with Austin as they kept dropping their cans of beer. RVD even tried juggling them at one point, but was unsuccessful.
I spoke too soon. I said RVD. I thought he could do it. He's athletic, man, but
Gave it a shot too.
not with that,
I actually
apparently.
think the camera guys had more graceful attempts than RVD. Stone Cold even tried to get Lillian
crazy.
Garcia to do a Spinneroonie, leading to a very interesting conversation.
What you got to say about that?
I say you are a nasty boy.
I don't understand what's so nasty about a Spinneroonie.
Because I know you want to see my undies.
what in
First
the
of all, I've
world?
already seen your undies.
I guess it isn't surprising that Stone Cold then did this.
I didn't think I was ever gonna do this again in my life.
I don't know if you should either, Austin. Now, there are some videos that
Bro, you just had to go there, huh? That's crazy.
WWE does not allow you to watch.
He's
like
right,
when there was
though.
a nip slip on Raw, or when Ric Flair forced himself onto Becky Lynch. Don't tell anyone, but we actually have all these clips. Hit the video on
Man.
screen if you really want to see them.
Okay, man, these were some great videos, getting to see these funny off-air WWE moments. A lot of them, as you can see,
What's the
involve
secret of Rey
either
Mysterio's?
Undertaker or I got mixed up. It loaded into this other
And Ask
one.
the Dead
Either Undertaker or Booker T doing the Spinneroonie or trying to break the Undertaker. So, yeah, man. Hopefully we can see more of these coming up. Because that one with Punk and the towel coming up to the ring to fight, I'm surprised it didn't come off. And it's cool seeing little mini moments like that. So yeah, that's about it. Make sure you don't forget to drop a like, comment below, and subscribe. Come join the greatest city in the world, Wrestling City. And I will see you guys all next time. Peace.